Hello everyone and welcome to Altenew's November 2023 release video hop. So many amazing goodies for this release. We are going to have a look at two of the sets actually. The Little Safari stamp set, stencil set, and die set. And I'll also use a sentiment from Classic Greetings as well as the die set. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started by putting our cute little safari critters into our stamp wheel. And I'm going to use some anti-static powder because I am going to heat set these with some crystal clear embossing powder after using my Obsidian pigment ink. I really like the shine and the definition of the dark black line that I get by using this method. So we'll go ahead and make sure everything's stamped perfectly. Then we will use our tweezers to pull our little stamped images out of the stamp wheel, and we will add our crystal clear embossing powder to our images, all three of them. And then we will put that off to the side while we grab our heat tool. And I have to say, there is nothing like the magic of heat embossing. Even after all the techniques I've learned, there's still something so magical about watching that powder look, just not that exciting to so shiny and so pretty, and just adding to your project. So love, love, love the heat embossing. I think it will always be one of my favorite techniques. So we're going to get started with the giraffe first, and he's going to be on stencil number 1. So for most of the giraffe, we are going to use Citrus Burst and Honey Drizzle. That's going to be our go-to yellow combo. And you'll notice that I am wiping off as I am ink blending. I'll ink blend and then I'll wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. That is because we have used heat embossing, and the ink will sit on top of the heat embossing and can be moved around into places you don't want. So here I'm going ahead and I'm adding little almond butter to the dots and to the nose of the giraffe. I'll wipe that off, and then I'm going to add in some more almond butter and then a little milk chocolate to just the dots. So we'll wipe that off, and then we will adjust our stencil and go down and do almond butter and milk chocolate for the dots on the body of the giraffe. All right, so now that we've got that all set, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the ears done. So we'll use almond butter and milk chocolate right there. And for the center of the ears, you can see I got a little ink smudged in there. Even though I've been wiping it off, I'm going to use blush and rouge, which the rouge will cover up my smush of brown ink there. Now we'll use the Citrus Burst and Honey Drizzle on the yellow, and that will finish our giraffe. So as you can see, I've had some smudges already because of the heat embossing, so make sure to wipe off. It would be probably better if I was cleaning my stencils in between fully as opposed to just wiping off the extra ink. So here we're using Citrus Burst and Honey Drizzle, and we're just going to get that ink blended onto our lion, and he is stencil number 4. So if you're looking for the lion, a beautiful stencil number 4 is this handsome little fella. So for the ears, we're going to go ahead and do the Citrus Burst and Honey Drizzle again. I'll wipe that off of the embossing, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the ear centers with almond butter and milk chocolate. Wipe that off. And then we'll go ahead and we're going to do the mane of the lion, and the mane is going to be done in almond butter and milk chocolate. And I apologize if you guys hear any noises in the background. Dexy is on the prowl for some snacks, so I apologize. I have my own little tigers here looking for some snacks. So we get that blended, and I'm just adding, darker areas in certain places to add some dimension and depth to the characters. So we're going to go ahead, and the elephant, we're going to start on stencil 3 with the ears, and I'm going to use blush first and then rouge. And you can see I have just a spare piece of cardstock covering up where I am not inking so that I don't get any on the bottom part of my elephant down there. And then we'll wipe that with a microfiber cloth. Then we'll move up to the top of stencil number 3, and we're going to begin with Cloudy Sky, and then we'll wipe that off. And we're going to do next the elephant's face, which is on stencil number 2. And we're going to start with Misty Morning, and then we'll go in with some Cloudy Sky onto the elephant's face. And then I'm blocking off areas so that I don't get it on the paper. I want to make sure to try to keep everything on my stencil. Then I'm adding a little bit of nimbus for some really beautiful differentiation in color there. So now we'll move over so that we are going to do the body. We have the trunk masked off. So I'm going to start with my cloudy sky here and build up a good base and make it darker where the trunk lays down. Then bring in the nimbus and add some more detail. And finally, I'm going to just really pack in the nimbus down on the belly along with a little bit of dark night to have some differentiation of color. So all of our critters are done. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the coordinating dies that come with this, that are available with this set, I should say, if you choose to purchase the dies. Getting those taped into place with some satin masking tape, which this is the best tape ever. It doesn't tear your paper and you can use it again and again and again and again. Little pieces last so long on my little mini Blossom. So we have everybody die cut, and I have a piece of dark gray cardstock that is 8.5 by 3.5. And I'm going to go ahead and use Instant Dimension foam tape on the back of all of my critters. And I'm using my Altenew fine blade scissors to assist me in putting that on there. So I'll go ahead and, you know me, I love to cover my pieces with as much foam tape as possible. I'm always so terrified that there's going to be one piece that does not stick up as well as it should. So it's good to have everything covered there. So I'm bringing in my panel again, and we've got all of our critters kind of there. And now I'm trying to figure out where to put that sentiment. I had gone ahead and embossed a bunch of them. So I just love this Classic Greetings stamp set. There's a die set for it, and it's just absolutely going to be one of my faves. So I'm trying to find out where to put my sentiment. Do I want a lot of my giraffe on there? Do I just want a little? And I finally decide to tuck my sentiment in here, and my card is done. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun today. I'm just still playing with the sentiment, trying to make sure where I want it. And I finally picked a location there. So I hope you guys have had fun with me and the little safari. Make sure to head on to the rest of the hop to check out all of the amazing release. Until next time, happy crafting.